of separation going into the major. It's nice. Like, they are right on the bubble. 170 is sort of that magic number of like not automatically qualifying for champs, but that should be the sweet spot. So not a guarantee, can't like say it officially, but whoever wins this, their odds go up of making it to champs to like 99%.
That's fantastic odds, and I hope none of you in the chat are lactose intolerant, because that was a delightful start to the day. Quick look at the Rio hardpoint stats to get this one going, folks. Strap in. We're in for what should be an absolute treat. Two teams sorely want it. Let's find out who wants it even more. Into the first hardpoint we go.
And 04 going to be that first man to strike. Nades coordinated on point, and then who absolutely fly in. And well, gives time Real to go for a nice little pinch, and he picks up 2 as well. So one untimely death and a very clean break for Miami. I think both these teams happy to play on Rio, but Miami Heretics maybe just a little bit extra.
Well, they're about to take the lead. Heretics finding kills all over the shop. Here comes Surge on a quick counter-attack, looking for the break. Hardpoint still firmly in the hands of Miami. Metal's the man at the helm. Kills go his way as well. 3 in a row now for him. No problem whatsoever. Over to Real, who finds a 3 spree of his own. So you've got yourself time. You've got kills all over the place. Real has done a lap of the map, found himself 5, and helping the Heretics hold on to this brilliant lead.
And this is gorgeous as well, because they're going to have the spawns from you. Yeah, cut off kills as well. Vehicle staying ahead of the game and able to catch 04 trying to take a round. So Real absolutely pops off. One flank to break down the P1 hold, and now Heretics have all the space in the world. Metal's going to do a little bit extra damage. Real again on the flank is being a nuisance. So right now, guys like Brezzy on the map having to turn. The only thing that's interesting, though, is Abuza spawns behind Miami for absolutely no reason, gets a free kill, and gets the time.
Well, it's a war of one front right now for the Heretics to attack their way towards this hardpoint. Seattle in control. Time to take on the first wave of Miami players. Abuza in the point. His teammates upstairs, though. Over to Brezzy. Can't get 2, but that's going to be the end of the trades done. And it all comes down to Real now, looking for at least 1 or 2 here to keep the Surge boys on their toes. Not going to happen. Great job, Seattle.
And maybe Real's flank going to hurt him a little bit. I think it was actually his pinch coming through that maybe gifted a boost of that spawn towards the back. So instead of perfection for Miami, which they were certainly close to, and I know vehicle striking for 3 buys them a little bit of space to rotate, but instead of having a dominant lead, it's a small one at best. So Seattle maybe going to be able to retake it. Problem is, can't hold on to those spawns. 04 has his work cut out for him. Battlegrounds vehicle maybe to actually just end up winning this hill, but while he's on the hunt, the patience game, well, yeah, gets some vehicle. Not quite enough on the trigger. 04 dishing out the big plays.
04 gets 03 in a row. And that's with 30 seconds remaining on this point. So a lot of back and forth there, Charles. A good second break there on P2 over towards New. And I mean, by the time we got to it, it's 25 seconds left. Great work there from Seattle. The lead now firmly theirs. Hardpoint break towards the end of this one. Miami Heretics will take a bit of a scrap. They're going to find some of that time mode 4 back on it, looking for the spree to continue. This is going to hurt a lot, but not necessarily get the job done. One last chance here for a break and a final few moments. Over towards the bottom side of the map we go.
Oh, and that's 5 for 04 as well, so keep in mind, he's going to be playing for the Cruise. Hook going to be the front man. Never going to be afraid to bait his life out, but Lucky doing some damage. It is just going to slow 04 down. So, again, he has been the patient man, and the patience does not pay off. Vehicle gets his revenge, shuts down the Cruise.
Yeah, no Cruise, no problem. Real, lovely set of kills in the feed. Perfect hold here so far from the Heretics. Left-hand side of the minimap, Seattle Surge, only way in. Real's going to be the front man there. Wait for the lineup. Metals with the coverage as well. Real, the quick in and out. Lovely work again from the Heretics. Slow down this push. Here comes Surge. Can they get through the front line? The answer is no. The trade war's done. Over to Box's last man up, Hook. And there's no way he's going to hit that alone.
Yeah, well, right now, Hook, again, trying to work with his teammates for sure, but Seattle's biggest problem has just been the pinches from Real. Very consistent, and that is 5 in a row. He does get cut down before the Cruise, but 13 and 7 thus far, and a bunch of these multi-kills just coming off the flank, so that 4th man up for Surge, not picking it up, at least not well enough, but all's well that ends well. Still a very close game. Miami staying ahead of the rotation. They'll get here first, but Surge does not strike me as the team that is going to take too long to try to break this down.
Yeah, they just sent it over to Metals once again. Sport for choice. Can't get anything out of it. Lucky, though, does. 9-9 in the kill feed. A bit of a lead now for the Heretics. Over 100. They're still holding on to P5. Here we go, though. Surge are in. Better late than never. Can Real gets right? The answer is no. Such a difficult hard point to find time and find kills on. And so far, the counterattack is thick and fast, Chance. They're not letting this time go towards Surge.
Not at all. And Brezi's over here making plays, though, just to make sure Miami doesn't accrue too much either. So the Hill started out with Miami being here first, and maybe this is how it's going to end as well. Certainly those arrows, or orange arrows, excuse me, crawling around this new zone, and I think Seattle might effectively be chalking up those final 10 seconds, but still a bloodbath, still a gauntlet of a map. First set of rotations is in, maybe a 20-point game separating these two teams, and Seattle, maybe a P1 they're looking to stabilize on. Really, the worst hill they had was the first one. Miami broke them down. Can't let that happen again.
Yeah, well, I don't think it'll happen again. Well, that's the first lap of hard points done, our first set complete, and both teams relatively even. A couple of clean breaks here or there. See a very, very different scoreline. Over to Metals once again, 14 and 8. He's having a lovely Rio so far. Real, the same thing at 19 and 10, looking for the 20th. Gets it. Hard point in the hands of the Heretics once again.
Yeah, just shooting players in the back so consistently as well. Real happy to collect all the freebies, and again a P1 that Seattle Surge got there first, had the first couple kills, and they just get broken down immediately. Good news, able to strike right back. Bad news, you're not going to have the spawns for new, and Metals is still buying you a decent bit of time to contest for the final 10, but Heretics happy to stabilize, take the freebie rotation, maybe throw away an extra life over towards Old, but now you got lucky, pushed out over towards Garage. As long as Miami keep this back spawn, should have a pretty strong setup as the new hill pops.
And this is the biggest lead we've seen Miami have so far in map number 1. Ook causing issues. Brezzy not going to be there in time, but he will be able to get at least one out of this. Nice snap onto the second player. Gives 04 a fighting chance. 04, nice transition over to the players on the front line. That's going to be Surge once again in the point. And Chance, good looks if they can keep this wave of attack back.
Yeah, and they got the flank rolling through, so Hook's trying to get active at 10 and 19, and if Hook's getting active, you want to hear the comms. Let's go to a listening with Seattle Surge.
Banana still. I'm not I still got that.
I swear we're missing one in new. Where? Gotta be boxes or arcade.
I'm playing boxes. Boxes dead. Nice. Want to be on the back. Boxes. Boxes. Play the back.
Lucky.
Spawn back T. That's your play.
Arcade.
Back T dead. Wall's arcade. Wait. One beat and one time, guys. One beat, one time. Nice.
Bridge.
Bridge is one shot. Bridge is one shot, guys. He's on the side. Back down there. Default. One default, one bridge, guys. No, it's default. Default. We are still default, guys. Nice one, getting you. Nice. Heavy push. You have to get right. Right. Someone's on right on me. I'm getting back here, bro. Prep. Let me finish that. One crossing.
I already knew. With garage and close for a cliff.
I have the cross, guys. I'm still gonna get that shit.
Take your time on break. Where's he
He caught me, Gary. He's behind the van.
You're you want pinch?
I was shooting Chicago,
One guy's here.
It's fine. That's my game.
I swear there's a guy boxes holding it.
I have a 12 first.
He's there.
It's gonna be close left on me. I need Gary. Go close. Mid-life. Outside.
And hop up. They're all front. All there, guys. All there.
Chicago garage. This is too short every time.
I'm gonna go away, baby.
Two garage.
Might be good.
He's gonna
be close.
It's close left.
Can we fly?
I'm diving.
Close left.
Mid-life.
Watch out, touch.
That's you.
Stay there, guys.
Well, for those of you counting, that was a cursed listen-in. We go in with a listen-in, and we come out with a massive lead, Chance.
Yeah, no, Miami Heretics playing the runaway game officially. So much so that Seattle are squaring up to 4 hit the old time, and in the kill feed, they ain't gonna get it. They get slammed on that end, and of course that means on the rotation, Real already set up and ready to go. On top of the fact that Vehicle, I mean, he doesn't get the cruise, but he goes on a 5 spree, and now these are just easy kills for Miami to collect. They ran away with the game. Seattle had nothing to offer them, and that is just a way to start off our series. Plenty of passion out of the Surge boys. Well, Vamos, they don't lack it either.
Oh, there's a final few seconds here in Seattle Surge. You are desperate to get on it, and it is not gonna happen. GG's, map number 1. Heretics come out swinging on Rio.
Yeah, and that is the way they were expecting this to go. If you paid attention to the records right before the map went live, 1-4, now 1-5 record for Seattle. They can be a lethal threat, but the record does not reflect too much success on Rio. And of course, one of the better maps there for the hardpoint game of the Miami Heretics. So Real absolutely feasting again, pretty much from the jump. Like Seattle did quite literally win the opening break. One pinch from Real comes through, picks up a double kill. They not only flip the spawns to win the rotation towards new, but end up getting like 35 seconds just on P1. So they just bullied them out start to finish. And yeah, Real 34-20. On the flip side, Hook 14-28. Very much a tale of two different SMG duos.
And it was the desk that gave Real his flowers, and kudos well deserved, because since joining the roster, he has made all the difference. Stat lines like that certainly help. And the start of this map as well, as we'll see throughout the highlights, a lot of love there for Real, an explosive player. And here on Rio, he had himself a good time, having a good time. Highlights once again, chance as we start our series here with a bang for the Miami team.
Yeah, and of course the P1 started off with Real flank. That highlight we just watched, Real got the first 2 kills working the flank as well. So it is an interesting thing, like communication in the Call of Duty League. Obviously, Seattle Surges, very common for them to be frantic. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know how Miami goes, but I know when the flanks are rolling through, it's very important to communicate with your teammates of exactly what you're doing so they know how to play around it. And it certainly felt like Heretics were just in their bag. Anytime they needed to buy just a little bit of time for Real, they did so. Anytime they needed to hit the go button, well, that wasn't a problem either. So again, Miami certainly making mince work of Seattle there on Rio, but as expected, that we're, supposing the series is going to go based on the stats. All things are just normal for the moment.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a crazy map either. I mean, the Heretics weren't doing anything too outlandish, which was nice setups. They were dealing with the attacks that the Surge were throwing at them time and time again. When it came to breaking hard points, it wasn't always the first time, but it was more often than not the second attack, the second wave is where Seattle would crumble. So good look across the game flow. After that first set of hard points, you never looked back, Heretics. Good job there, 250 to 155. We see ourselves a Heretics 1, Surge 0 going into the S&D. But chance, this is where everything changes in a big way. Heretics, a good set of records. As of recent form and recent, let's say desire, it looks like Surge are the grinders.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I know some of those late night people watching the S&D 8s, guys like Draza, always active, but on the side of Seattle, 04 and Hook also playing the S&D pretty consistently. And I know there's a lot of teams, especially towards the bottom, that they are not active in sort of these grinding lobbies. So we'll see how much the grind pays off. And I know for Hook and 04, they're going to have their work cut out for them as well. A 3-4 S&D record throughout this stage thus far is respectable, but not great. Meanwhile, Miami Heretics, like, these guys have found their form. They've gotten better and better as time goes on. Make a couple roll swaps between vehicle and metals, but they seem to have found their sweet spot in S&D especially. I think right now they're sitting like top 4 in the game, and they like themselves some invasion. So a very fun map we're going to have for the map too.
We'll see if that pans out. Lovely analysis there, mate. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, if this is going to be the case, Heretics looking to go up 2-0 here. However, again, I do think that the sort of the last-minute cramming, what we're seeing out of the Surge boys, the S&D department, it could pay off. Let's see if those submachine gun players, Hook and 04, can go absolutely wild on a big old map like Invasion. Timing is of the essence. Peaking at this time of the season is an incredible thing to do. For Seattle Surge, it has been the up and up. We've seen a bit of a plateau in their performance and their placings as of recent, but this is the S&D stats you were talking about just a moment ago, Chance. Not too bad. I mean, the biggest difference here really is the win streak. 3 there for the Heretics, 2 losses in a row for Seattle Surge.
Yeah, so for Seattle, 2-loss streak isn't the best, but still, like, they're fighting. Opening duels are pretty solid. Like, they're just going like 50-50 with some of the better teams we have in the league. However, for Miami Heretics, their first bloods have just been bonkers. Metals has been out of control. A 1.45 throughout the stage doesn't really get much better than that. And of course, these guys are 8-2 in their last 10 as well. So they found their form in S&D. The records, though, on the course of the year, certainly leaning towards Seattle. I know Hook is the first blood record holder on this map specifically, so got to be very careful. In Real, maybe less careful, more so active, looking for a bit of space. But right now, everybody on Seattle grouped up for this B push, and well, Beagle can't get it done. 04 first blood with the Renetti, probably come for the job.
Also, those stats from Real are quite something. We'll see if he continues his reign of terror over the Seattle Surge business department when it comes to search and destroy. Overall, though, a lovely start here. Metals and Co. trying to find a little bit of a bounce back. That bomb's going to go down, so these nades. Trophy in place? The answer is no, but everybody manages to dodge that handedly. So man advantage Seattle, and you got the bomb down.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. First blood, you don't die to nades even without the trophies on the site. This is exactly what you want to see in a round one of attack. And now Real's going to be in a pinch. He's making noise. 0-4 easy trades in a 4 versus 2. And they're just going to funnel through dark and die. That is a perfect first round. Shout out to 0-4 for getting done with the pistol. And again, attacking rounds, not easy. But there are no trophies, so you can bully teams out, and if you dodge the nades when you're going for the bomb plant, well, that's how sweet something can be. Shout out to 0-4, one of the grinders.
One of the grinders. And for the Heretics, yeah, no trophies. It was a problem. The nades might have been good, but Surge just dancing around those bomb sites, dancing around the usual spots. And they're happy to take that first round. Good work. Not just the first blood department, but getting the bomb down as well. Not a single kill. 0-4 going huge with the 3.
Yeah, now Metals is honestly doing a great job of slowing these players down. I mean, he calls out only one player on the cross, and I mean, he did enough damage and maybe spotted him out that you know he's going to be near dark. So if Heretics actually manage to cross and they get the first blood from downrange, B bomb site is effectively free.
First blood as well. And Real is getting closer and closer towards the A-bomb site. It might be for a kill or 2. There's another one on that side of the map. So the numbers for the Surge boys, certainly thin. 4v2. He's got the free pick of the map right now for the Heretics. Which way are they going to go?
Well, I mean, again, B's just wide open, right? Reggie shot in towards dark, and Lucky might fall, but he was fighting 0-4. So you got a 3 versus 2 with bomb down. I mean, this is an incredibly difficult situation just to lose, and they have a trophy. Heretics should be good for the round. The question is, can 0-4 make any sort of impact to play for this cruise missile?
I was going to say, the cruise is the concern here. You're happy to take the round and tie things up at 1-1. Can you get a cruise to help win the game potentially? Nades up for Brezzy. Here we go. Trophy in his back pocket as well. That's going to connect. It's not going to do a whole lot for the kills. Can the second here from 0-4 land? No, that trophy will intercept. That player will heal. That is going to be it. And with that, we say bye-bye and we stay alive. Hoping to get the kill at the very least. You're not going to get it. You're going to lose the round 2.
And just a good response as well. We talked about the first bloods for Miami, and Lucky just finds a deep nade coming through down A street. And final second, well, there's the extra kill. And yeah, 0-4 doing the smart thing. So that's a beautiful moment. Heretics may be biting off ever so slightly more than they can chew. They get the round win, which great response to win the offensive round, but 0-4 being on a 5, not ideal. A cruise missile, both these sites pretty out in the open. I know certainly a map where players have been baited by calling in the cruise and people have already hopped the bomb, but 0-4 not a player that'll fall into that trap.
I know, we get to this point in the season where we get a little nostalgic looking back at all the crazy moments. So many cruise moments on that B-bomb site here on Invasion in the MW3 season. Gosh, we'll miss it when it's gone. Oh, we won't. You never can tell. You can never tell.
Sometimes you can, Miles. Sometimes you can.
Vanguard! Over to the B-bomb site we go. Lone defender is going to be Vikal. He does a trophy to keep him company, but it's not going to stop those bullets.
Not going to stop this flank either. Real again on the pinch. Respawn S&D doesn't matter. The thorn in there. Well, not even side. Literally just a thorn in their back. Massive problem and a good advantage. And again for 0-4, I'm still just playing for this cruise missile.
He's desperate, man. Desperate. But 2v3... he's still playing it a little slow, watching the flank play. Lucky might be there in a moment. Here we go. He and Hook looking to get up towards the A-bomb site. And Lucky might be the man to not only win the round, but possibly stop the streak as well. Here it goes. Say bye-bye to your dreams of an ordnance. Over to Hook to try to salvage the round now.
Well, could have a freebie if he goes distant enough, but nah, his teammates didn't even see it or maybe called it out in spectator too late. And those are 2 beautiful back-to-back rounds coming out from Miami Heretics. No cruise missile from 0-4. And I do kind of wonder if like the awkwardness in the setup sort of changed things there for Seattle. I don't know how common it is for 0-4 to be the guy with the MCW playing top blue, but that just allowed the flank to be completely free. So slightly different positions on the mini map, and then wrong place at the wrong time for Abuza and Brezzy. Real just breaking you down I think maybe just based off of the discomfort because you wanted the cruise missile that bad.
It felt like that, yeah, but Real was not adhering to that narrative. And he's found himself a sweet opener there for that round. Can he do it again now over to Real with that frag grenade down the A street? Nobody home whatsoever, so we're going to back on up. Try to play for a bit more information. Doing this very loudly as well, Chance.
Yeah, you can make all the noise you want in the back of your spawn. Not playing any secretive games. Seattle certainly going to know where the pressure's coming from. Even getting nades tossed out because they're ready for this B hit.
This is a classic B hit. 04 might be the man to pick up the kills. Brezzy's the man on the bomb site though, so an incredibly important moment for him. Do not die, my friend. Stay alive. 45 on the clock.
It's going to be tough though. Everybody lining up. Awkward moment in Miami, a little bit stagnant. They're going to have to hit the go button in one direction. They don't know where they want to go, and 04 says, anything you can do, I can do better. Heretics panicking, and for that, they get punished. Didn't want to deal with Brezzy, so 04 there to meet them. He has been their maker so far in this game. That is 8 kills for 04 so far. We're only 4 rounds in. Still tied up 2-2, but 04 and Real having themselves a battle.
And talk about patience from 04 there. He was watching that cut in dark for the entire round. When he does decide to send it, it's from a different position. And here we go. From the hip, not enough time for Vico to react. And the damaged metals makes his way into 04. What a lovely 3-piece that was.
Continues to be a playmaker, and again, one of the S&D grinders we have in this league currently. So he is not fearful when he made his appearance in the Pro League to make plays like that, and well, he'll square up as well. I don't think he's going to be necessarily playing top blue, but maybe a bit more cautious. Now, there's not going to be a DVD flank rolling through with an angle like this, so they're keeping Miami honest, as it were.
Yeah, this is going to bang but not connect. Lovely trophy placement there. Metals walks away with 1 HP. That is sensational survival skills. And now fighting fit, and that's the way it goes in COD. You better finish that kill, otherwise it's going to come back to bite you. The 2-1-1 split right now for the Heretics right through the middle of the map. A-bomb site relatively open. Lucky might have eyes in a moment, but there are going to be players all over that site in a moment.
The question is how quick can Heretics be here, ready for the action? They're just going to be double chowing lacrosse and Hook sliding out. Metals tags on 1. But so far, only 2 players from Miami gonna actually be here. Metals, though, through the smoke, trying to strike. Can't get it done. Hook first blood. All the trades rolling through. Vehicle for 2. Leaves in a 2v2.
Oh, it's an ugly post-plant position for both teams. The flurry of action coming to a close. 04, heavy tags. Looking towards the bomb now is still Lucky. He is right on the outside of it. No noise by the door. 25 on the clock.
He's just calling out, hey, bomb's clear for a minute. In the meantime, Abuza getting active and Lucky. Well, nowhere you can go. 1 HP into the double chow. Someone got to trade it or just play off time. Abuza doing the smart thing and time being on their side. A mixy round, but unfortunate for Lucky. Just not too much he could do.
I felt Abuza, there was a moment there where you kind of, you get to this close in a gunfight. And if he isn't at the ready for that slide, crazier things have happened. Lovely composure. With a lot on the line for both of these teams. Abuza manages to seal it and keep Surge rolling here in the Surge.
That is not bad at all. And again, credit to Hook for getting the bomb down and getting the first blood. Just had those brief moments before getting in position for the sort of retake on the site, but Hook too quick with it, and now Seattle very spread on defense. Brezzy active inside of Broken, but he's going to be backing down. Meanwhile, the cheeky spots, well, just to buy you a little bit of clearance. No crazy plays from Hook this round.
No, not at all. And a missing lethal now for Real in the round. Slow and steady. You are getting closer and closer to that bomb site. That's where Hook he's backed on up to. Change of position, change of angle, change of game plan. Still watching A. 2 players here from Heretics going towards the B side as well. So with a fight over there, feel a little bit better about it. 04 slows them right down with that nade.
04 has also been doing a really nice job this round to watch the dart cross. So he's been slowing the push down for B Street and trying to keep things contained over towards A. But now he's spotting out the information. Plays clearly on A. Hook gonna know what's coming as well. Easy pre-fire, easy first blood. Can't give you 2, but he buys 04 the kill. 30 seconds left, 3v2.
Yeah, that's a nice bit of a swing. Makes it a 2v2. Metals now trying to move into it fast. Good timing. Oh no, and he's shot his shot, shoot his shoot, and he gets shot that time by a Boozer, who makes it a 1v2. Vikul now has got to go absolutely wild. The time is not necessarily on his side. Here we go. 04 pumps the brakes, and he sees him. Not enough in the can for the snap. As Seattle Surge string rounds back to back.
Yeah, and just again, this is sort of the tune that we have been singing so far in this S&D. Shout out to 04. 10-2. Consistently making plays, and Hook obviously sets him up in this round. Hook gets the first blood and sort of drags that other player out of the freezer to get 04 that first kill. But then after the fact, making moves, dancing around inside a cafe, very difficult to lock down, and 04 ends up setting up a Boozer for the next kill on the player on the chase, and for the cleanup man towards the end as well. So he is frankly doing everything right now for Surge. 04 man of the hour.
It's power hour for 04. Can we keep it going? Nearly no. Can't even get the door closed. That's a wild survive. Able to get his health back now, back into it towards the B Street we go. There's a big flank though from Real, red by a Boozer. Saves the team a lot of trouble there.
And again, that's a more normal setup of what you want to have. 04 making moves while Abuza to be the guy to watch the flank. Kook though, runs the bomb straight into them and dies with no trades possible. Still though, you have a man advantage, and Brezzy on the flank, easy clean up there for 2. So maybe a small little misstep, but for Surge, keeping things under lock and key. And again, just to backtrack, I think it was round 3 maybe, where 04 was playing for the cruise missile top blue. Real gets a flank coming through. I don't think 04, that's his normal job. That's normally Abuza's role. Real tries it this time. Abuza, well, he's going to lock that down completely. So handling the mixiness there from Real, and Surge looking clean so far on Invasion.
Yeah, again, I think a lot of credit has to go to a moment like that from Abuza. You lose that gunfight, you don't pick up Real, and you lose 2, maybe 3 of your players there in that entire hold. So, bang. Great round there from Surge. Back point for them once again. An explosive start there over towards the A Street, but nobody home for a Mo, and there's the kills. 1 apiece now as we go 3v3 into the next part of this round.
Yeah, one of those psychopathic plays. You see his dead body inside of laundry. It was in between 3 arrows of Miami, but he does drag a player to the grave with him. So a 3 versus 3 on Invasion, and 04 easy intel that the B push is going to be there. Bigger problem though, Metals already through ice cream. I mean, he's in the unreadable spot.
This is brilliant. Abuza's not going to see this coming, and he hasn't. This could be the round here for the Heretics. Nice work on the second there. So, Brezzy's gone. Abuza now knows the play is up. Terrible news. The bomb's planted, and there's only 2 of you left to retake it, Surge.
Yeah, and Metals is just going to have all the intel. Abuza's going to shoot. You know, he's towards the middle of the map, and every time he peeks, just going to slow you down. Metals out here calling the round. He felt that there was a hole on the map, and surprisingly, Surge left the bomb site completely open. That's a tough hole to have.
That's a hole that was certainly filled quickly. What a snap from 04. Not going to matter as the Heretics finally apply a tourniquet and stop the bleeding. 5-3.
That's a tough one to lose as well, just because that's a round on defense where you do get the first blood. You know, 3 players are around laundry, but just because Metals was completely free to go all the way through, yeah, Surge just completely caught unaware. I mean, good news obviously for Seattle, they have a very nice cushion with the 5-2 lead, but Miami back on defense, opportunity to try to keep them honest, keep it interesting.
Ambitious round from the Heretics. See if they can string a few more together. You'll need it. Seattle Surge, here we go. Hook, we're going for it. He's ready for the next map chance. He wants this done, and he's got himself out there. That's going to be the smoke. Trophy with the coverage. Through the smoke we go again. This time he wins the fight, and that is a moment where if Hook loses it, a maniac. He wins it, he's a hero. That's the bomb plant as well.
Yeah, problem is Real in the perfect spot, and yeah, Hook not going to be ready for that gunfight. Abuza for 1v3, but Vikul has already done his job. He has just bought you so much time, and you already see the defuse has been stuck. He might have found the timing though, but yeah, planted on the wrong side. Heretics too quick with it. A nice little retake. That was a lot of players getting active at the exact same time, and Hook's one-way abilities not good enough in the end.
Not good enough at the end. And it felt like the round for Surge, like, yeah, you did everything right. You got the opening kills, you got the bomb down, but there was a disconnect towards the end there, especially with Boozer trying to retake or get back towards the site on the wrong side of the bomb, unfortunately. Slight bit of a disconnect there in the game plan from Seattle Surge. Gives the Heretics another. We're one away from tying it up here.
And Surge should be good for the defense for the round 11, almost no matter what, as long as they don't get aced in this round. And hey, 0-4 gonna give you the first blood on defense. Surge already might be in a spot to just call game. Vehicle, that is an extremely early death in the round. And to leave the bomb there as well. Heretics plenty of time to work with, but an absurdly difficult spot.
Now, they haven't pushed up that street. They don't necessarily know that Vika was the bomb carrier in that instance. So I was going to say it's fine, but it's not. It's nothing but. It's a bad look. Can Metals get two here? The answer is no. That should be game. Over to Hook. Cleans up the last. Seattle Surge. Search and destroy. The grind pays off.
Yeah, not even enough time to set up the round 11. 0-4 gets the first blood in the first 15 seconds of the round, and 0-4 was also the clear-cut MVP of map number 2. I know Real's stats against Seattle have been clinically absurd, but it was the exact response you were going to be looking there from Surge. Maybe not the most comfortable, got slightly spicy towards the end, but even the rounds that they were losing, it's because of things like they really want the cruise missile and maybe awkwardness in the setup. But either way, from 0-4, those, 13, 14 kills he was just able to throw up. Not too shabby as he's looking to attend champs for first time ever in his career.
Hey, what a brilliant way to do it. 12 and 5, good looks in the damage department as well. Well, there we go. Just over 11 minutes, we say goodbye to Invasion in our series here, and we're tied at 1-1. Pocket thinks we're going to all 15 today, Chance, but we're going to see at least 4 in this series now.
Honestly, not a bad shout. And 0-4, by the way, also 3K damage, 3 first bloods. You could literally not ask him to do any more, but I know first bloods have been the beacon of success for Search and Destroy for Miami. Well, they got picked apart there on Invasion. So plenty of reps on that map, but still maybe just a little bit more to sort of fine tune against a team like Seattle. But yeah, tied up 1-1, and I'm with Bucket on this. I'm thinking game 5.
Could be going all the way to game 5. Well, you have a Karachi sandwich, folks, coming up after this one. A bit of Vista in the middle there to get your vitamin V ready to rock and roll into our next map. Control on the other side of the break. We're playing Karachi, folks. Get ready for some tasty, tasty plays, boys and girls. We'll be right back.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Map 3 is a mere moment away. We come into this one 1-1. Either side have come out swinging in their respective game modes. Fecal and the boys of the Heretics take map number 1, and 04 absolutely runs the show in S&Dizzle. Puts on a show for all of us there. Seattle Surge bounced back in the S&D, but now we go to Control. The sort of strange hybrid between both modes. Is it an in-law? Is it a sort of an inbred cousin? What is it, Chance? Well, it's on Karachi. That's all we really know.
Well, an expert on the ladder, I can say it's definitely not that. So maybe just like a stepchild of Hardpoint in a way. But I will say, by the way, 3-10 record for Seattle. It's fake at this point. It is not real. It is a different team. They are 4-1 in their last 5 controls. Granted, they're playing a bunch of the different maps, but Seattle, they have found new life in this game mode. So I'm not trying to say they're not a top control squad in the game by any means, or at least they haven't gotten there yet, but they can contend with the best. And against Miami, make no mistake, a 3-10 record, they can get dished out some debt as they are going for a B hit off the rip in 04. That's a good stun just to slow him down.
That's such a good stun, and like a holy, there's 3 dudes here. That is the call out you wanted, because now the rest of Surge have set up for this. You've traded out effectively. You've got yourself in a much better spot to take these kills. Brezzy, though, can't account for the man top red, and the man top red is lucky, and it was anything but as he bangs his way on towards the side.
Yeah, still though, Seattle doing a good enough job just to slow these players down to make sure they keep the play active and don't go give away too much funny business over towards the point. Lucky to get that kill as well as Brezzy. A 2-piece there, could have been a dagger. And Miami, they're just flooded. They're going for B through and through. Absolutely not a care in the world to their life count. They wanted that B point bad, and Seattle are not going to give it to them.
I'm not going to give it to them at all. They wanted them real bad. Shout out the Offspring. Hello, Boozer caught out there by Metals. Finds kill number 4 so far. And this round has been an interesting one. We're not giving up on B whatsoever. You're running out of time, boys. 25 seconds. The clock has been stopped. The stack is possibly on here. 04 wins a big one as does Brezzy. My God, you are starting to count your losses here, Heretics.
Yeah, finally, Brezzy's going to push out Junks that you put all this emphasis to actually go towards B. Now you're not going to get the close spawn, and now you got 20 seconds left on the clock, so Seattle Surge doing a great job just to keep them separated, and if you get this break on A, that could just be the round.
No way, that is it. Surely the round is cleaned up here. Real looking to move as fast as possible across map. He's caught himself 04 at the very least. Good stuff. Nearly gets turned on there, and that's going to be done. Final few seconds. In towards A. No! Saved on the line. It's Lucky inside B alone, and he's about to be dealt with. That should be the round. A costly one for the Heretics here, but Chance, if you're going to experiment, you may as well get done early.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, no, not wrong about that one at all. And that is Miami. I mean, they are just flooding into death. The damage differences right now between these two teams, it is probably absurd. Because there was a lot of damage received there by the Miami boys because they were just flooding constantly. But I know Seattle Surge, especially the old roster on this map, or on any map, they would just leave like the more difficult sites to actually capture wide open and teams would get it for free. That seemed to be what Heretics were going for, just constantly flooding and expecting if there's any moment where Seattle don't re-flood back into the B side of the map, they would have just been able to get the zone, but Surge stay on point on defense. The old team could never, but the new team, I'm telling you, man, it's a different light.
It's a different light. Bullish attack there from the Miami Heretics gets to not really anything. A lot more successful so far from Seattle Surge. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways. A, one segment down, one more on the way out.
This is a 4 spree, by the way, so if you see Hook playing things a little bit slow, you know something's going on. So he wants this cruise as the slow A capture continues.
Second segment done. Last one now on its way. Finally, a bit of a counter-attack here from the Heretics. Getting on the aggro defensively. And that is a lucky bit of time in there from the man himself. 04 and Abuza find their respective kills. Numbers down a little thin here for the Heretics. Abuza is not going to catch this player from behind, who will catch maybe 2. It's Real. 04 able to get there onto the B zone for now, but he's totally and utterly surrounded. Oh, the hip fire. Oh nearly gets both. Wow. Massive damage. Still not enough for his boys to get into the fight, though. Surge is still in spawn.
Yeah, Brezzy hanging out over towards the bridge as well. So if his teams can make it toward A, that'd be one thing, but Rezi incredibly patient on the mini map, but they're just trying to keep things nice and secure. But the different play styles these Surge players have has to be absurd to actually contend with the Seattle. Maybe get broken down on the defensive end as well. A scattered setup there on the attack and not nearly active enough, and Miami Heretics might punish them right back.
Punishment continues. Real, can you turn the 4 into a 5? No, say goodbye to that. As does Vikal. So no streaks there from the Heretics. Both cut down immediately. 0-4 now into the zone. Abuza getting the capture done. He's going to see if he can close out A and add a minute to the game clock. Very, very much needed. A Surge, oh dear, you're still in trouble. Brezzy saves the day. That should be A in the bag.
And that is a 4-man wipe effectively that they just lost their heads and could not keep them contained. So Seattle maybe bought themselves a lifeline. Also, 0-4 got a headshot with a trophy. So yeah, built different in this series for sure.
That might be a first. Pook in the back line, loses it to Lucky. Lovely work up close there with the MCW. 0-4 through the front door. Gets himself one, but he's not done. There's another in here to tango with. Oh, and that's lovely work from Mel's. His 2-piece there saves the zone again.
Nice shot to the wall, though. Yeah, good setup there from Moog to actually get that kill, but just to sort of backtrack, Seattle Surge, 5 lives remaining. Shouldn't be able to get this round, especially not with Lucky actually blocking these spawns. And yeah, just the cutoff man. 0-4 is going to get the trade, but 4 lives remaining. You gotta make this push perfect.
Objectively, this round has been far better for Seattle Surge, and I mean that in the literal sense, in that they captured a zone, but the kills department nowhere near as fruitful. An awkward string here, but the final 2 members of Seattle Surge will do what they can. Very, very unlikely that Hook, now alone, can get anything done other than a few kills. But let's face it, I mean, crazier things have happened, man. I mean, he was swinging. Heretics find the equalizer there. 1-1.
Yeah, and just to backtrack, Surge might be sort of the most like awkward, might be the right word, team to play against in league in terms of like the different paces that the different duos are going to be playing at. Abuza and Brezzy, not exactly the quickest players we have in league. 0-4 and Hook very much are. So like you have to be very conscious at all like given moments of what players are like left alive. Are they going to be flanking? Are they going to be posted up? Do we have to turn around? Is this guy going to instantly rechow? If you're not keeping track of names, Seattle Surge will be able to throw just wild stuff at you. So difficult to play against. You got to make sure you're on point. Miami do enough on defense there for that round, and no cheeky B hits this time. Going back to Old Faithful, standard A zone capture. Real trying to keep these players at bay, but Surge, strong opening break. Lucky might be meeting his early demise.
Fresh mag ASAP into his champs pack. MCW, I see you, son. 1 life separating the boys right now, and they did not manage to finish the capture on A. The segment's still safe now. Real going back at it. Seattle, though, finding the kills. Here comes the cleanup. Oh, finds one. Oh, the second for Real. Nearly over the top coverage from Vikal, and that's the segment in the bag.
And maybe a little bit of space. Vikal trying to play for a couple spawners, and he's going to get him. Catches Hook sprinting mid YY, but Brezzy from up top there for the trade. So Seattle, again, very nice job of at least filling back in over towards this B zone. However, well, they didn't keep track of names. Metals, just a cakewalk. Nice on, easy, and through. He has absolutely no reinforcements because his team is getting picked apart in spawn, which just means he's going to have to go stand on this B zone. Seattle, at the moment, do not care about him.
He has to pull some aggression here. There it is. Onto the zone. Ding, ding, ding. There's someone behind us, boys. Seattle, they're going to deal with it one way or another. That's some magnificent shots from Abuza. Woo-hoo-hoo. I was thinking this is going to be a much bigger play here for the Heretics to work with, but no, Abuza shuts that down instantly. 45 seconds to go here. Hook. He and Vikal swap places. This is awkward. Oh, my minimap. There you go. Deals with it. 3 lives separating our teams here, and time running out.
I'll tell you, by the way, that gun from Abuza, that is not an easy one to win. So absolutely clean shots coming through as the A capture also clean. Vikal, 1 HP. He makes it there, but shouldn't last for long. Maybe they're going to set up Lucky for a couple extra kills, but the trade's on point. Abuza back in position, and 0-4 doing a nice job to stay alive. So Seattle, again, secure on defense, filling in the right spots, but going to have to hold off the pressure from Miami for another minute and 20. 90. So much pressure on the back alley. Vehicle, though, doesn't get cut down. And, well, Real also falls as well. But the close spawn's going to be here. So Heretics, they're going to be here first.
Oh, it was lucky once again going for the melee. Doesn't land a single hit. Brezzy through the front. Now trying to soften up the attack. But you do manage to get Metals on the inside. And he wins another fight. So what do you know, folks? Miami Heretics trying to keep the capture going. Abuza cutting down the reinforcements, and immediately another Heretics member plugs the hole. Less than a minute to play, and 2 of them here on the B zone.
Oh, Seattle are getting picked apart as well. Another flank gonna have to roll through, but again, difficult gunfights to win. Can't get over the dumpster. This might just be the round. 0-4 gonna be forced to make a play. Wants to coordinate with his teammates, but Heretics have everything covered. They haven't fully stacked the point though, so progress is a little slow.
Oh, slow. Another big win individually from Abuza at range. 5v7, 5v6 now. Bringing the fight to the inside. Metals, he's got himself streaks. He's got another kill.
Beautiful.
And that's the round. Wicked, wicked work from the Heretics. Slow and steady and an explosive finish.
I thought for a second Abuza winning that entry on the guy playing outside of double doors might have been enough for the swarm there, because you had 0-4 on the flank, but Metals just dishing out the damage, and his teammates doing a good enough job of just staying alive. So Metals able to pick up 3. And that's one of those situations. If you're not stacking the point, that means someone's playing for kills. Metals was the guy playing for him. He better get them, and he got basically all of them. So perfectly executed in a big offensive round win. And now that they're on defense, you get a cruise missile as well. This is perfect on Karachi.
After the particularly, I suppose, unique or bullish brain dead round we saw from the first go around here, the Heretics, they've transformed here. Well, here's the cruise, and we're going away.
Might be saying goodbye to Hoog as well. He's going for Abuza. All right, well, he's going to fall. Seattle, though, you don't kill the guy on the zone, so the slow capture continues. And I mean, now Hoog, this is just his home. You're inside of that P1 spot. Yeah, that could be devastating. So you have a cruise missile. You use it to get a single kill. Not even the guy that was in the point. And Surge are the ones applying the pressure. Real, though, big gunfight win to slow you down, but what could have been with the cruise instead, back to default.
I was going to say, I mean, thank God for Real to bail you out of those 2 big wins. Lucky Thou through mid. He fails his mission the first time to stop the player on the zone. He wins it that time round. We'll see if his 3rd attempt is going to be a dub as well. 1 man here on A should get the capture. That's a lot of time and even more lives for Seattle Surge here in this attacking round.
Right now, it's just operation. Maybe get someone out towards that junkyard to block the spawns. That's why Hook is going to be posted up playing slow. Wants to cut those players off, and Real makes the move. Hook gets the kill instantly, so well played on one end, and Abuza even reads vehicle up top. So that just means his close spawn going to be rolling through, which for 0-4 is great news. His teammate should be nearby if he can get a kill, but he can't. Metal Unlucky can close that door.
Well, 2020 in the life count now, starting to get beat up a little. Heretics defending it tight from the inside of B. Kills here for Surge are huge. Oh, the trades are good. You still got 2 members up. Brezzy the last man here for Surge for now. Hold the line for a moment and go again in about 5 seconds.
Oh, there's a good kill. 0-4 being a distraction, trying to play a keep away from Metals. Not good enough, though. Metals able to just climb up the ladder. More trades rolling through back alley. Surge maybe just going to be in flood mode, and they got a 4 versus 2 for a brief moment. Brezzy's going to fall, but everybody on Surge now in position. Hook, how quickly can he get this final trade? Real, last man in the zone. He's going to fall. Still, though, 50-50 battle. Both these teams spawning close.
Whose reinforcements can get in place faster? Oh, the pinch covered. Abuza there once again saves the day. Vehicle now through the front. He wins his. Nade's working out on the front line. Who pushes out for 2? Real guns him. 0-4 now on the point. Backing up Brezzy. Trying to force the final round.
They're just trying to keep track of all these players. It's the constant flood. It is Heretics throwing away their lives to try to clutch this up on defense, and they're going to have to because the clock has been stopped, and so has Miami. B zone capture secure. The flood is immense, and credit to Abuza and Brezzy, the 2 players that got the entries that started that push. But I mean, that is a push that maybe took 45 seconds to actually fully come to fruition. One of those Karachi blender specials where both teams are basically playing TDM around that back corner alley. But Seattle Surge match the offensive win, take it to a round 5. And on a map like this, offense, defense, who cares? We're calling it a 50-50.
It's a 50-50 here on Karachi. Game 3 to take the lead in this series. Both teams have shown us good looks on the attack and the defense. Here we go. A very important one here for the Heretics. Attacking again. Are we going to see another bloodbath at B? Or will it be stock standard work at A? It looks like a two-man hit. Vehicle, if you can catch this, that certainly helps right over the top of Hook.
I love that route as well. I mean, that is one worth stealing if you're going to be playing in rank play. The guys that goes to the barrel, just hop over them. Why don't you? So Vehicle making things work, and Real maybe keeping the opportunity to go towards B open. That's why you see the stack coming through. Booz and 04 stand on top of each other. Real calls it out. They get some nades off, and, well, now for Surge, you might be fighting a two-front war.
You're spinning plates, boys. You've got a man on A and a man on B. Real fighting solo, holding them back. That rival 9 putting in the work, but Vehicle now the next man up gets one. And again, a second would have been huge, but a 4 simply too much to deal with. In the meantime, 2 segments of A gone. Reinforcements now reallocated over towards the B zone.
By the way, we got word that last round when the B hit started to commence, it took 51 seconds for them to actually get that win. So it can be a gauntlet when they're going for the B zone hit, and Heretics are doing it again, just like round 1. It is the constant flood. They get a 2 down though when everybody is here. And Surge, yeah, they might have to just chalk this one up and see if they can defend A till the end of time. It's Heretics, they're close, but Real does die out of the point.
Oh, it dies out of the point. A 1v1 there, win.
Unreal.
Oh my. Hook manages to catch Vehicle and Metals, so B is safe. And Abuza will stay there on the B zone to drain the massive work that the Heretics did.
Heretics might have thrown it away too. Dying off the zone, I think maybe the pressure was a little bit too light and they thought the retake wasn't going to be in, but Surge flooding through, now keeping him pinned back.
Is Vehicle now making his way towards B? I think he might be. Real winning the fight over the A side. 30 seconds to go. You haven't secured anything yet. There is no guarantees whatsoever. This glory is yet to be given. You have to take it here, boys. Metals on his way towards B as well. Stunned. That should be A. So a minute 27 to play. Metals can't stay alive. The setup for Seattle Surge now has to be perfect.
You're just looking for those entries to maybe start off this round of TDM. You got Lucky going on a very big flank. He wins the gunfight on Abuza as well. And now guys like Hook are forced to wrap back to be worried about the flank. So Hook's gonna be doing this, and Lucky can't by the time he gets gunned, but that opens up the pressure towards the front, and Hook getting active, he just runs at you. Hook making plays on the defensive end, 32 kills to his name already. Man's absolutely setting pace.
The great defender of the B zone. Now with some backup. He and 04. The dynamic submachine gun duo now making their way towards the front line of the Miami Heretics, but they have pushed right on through. Hook still standing tall. 3 spree, 40 seconds. He's now down. An open field. Brezzy has got to win 1 here, or it could be the map.
And this is going to be the map. It's a 10 versus 5. Now make it 4. No respawns remaining, and Hoop falls as well. Maybe a missed opportunity early on, but it doesn't matter. Still, the nail in the coffin in the control. Miami Heretics able to get it done.
Man, and again, we just keep coming back to how important every single one of these maps is. You're looking at that road, not only to the major, to champs. The degree of frustration. Seattle Surge, you pulled this one back 1 round at a time. Unable to close out. The Heretics take the lead 2. The Seattle Surge 1.
And I tell you, these are 2 teams that they just play at such an absurd pace that you almost like forget that, oh yeah, the life count is going to be a massive factor. There was still like 30 plus seconds, I think, left on the game clock by the time Surge had just run out of lives, but that is because the pace is out of control. Hook had 66 engagements on the map. I mean, that is clinically absurd. But I suppose the most typical thing there might just be Vehicle. 20 kills on the offensive end. Obviously, Miami Heretics won 2 of them to get the job done. So 35 kills to his name, decent damage, but offensive kill is going to set you apart.
Well, there we go. Highlights now from the last one. If you've just joined us, you've missed a spicy start to the day here in the final week of online play for the MW3 season. Heretics now finally taking the lead here. Chance looking across the highlights. That first round was a very strange one. Again, it was headbutt after headbutt. The Heretics walking away with more than a headache. They lose the round. And after that, though, it was certainly their map. Good looks either side. Metals with a lovely bit of spree work. Picking off players left, right, and center. And again, a decent usage of the cruise. He does get 1, but they lose the A zone. I think it was in that 2nd round. Or 3rd round, sorry. But Surge, lovely tenacity. good resolve, keep it all together. This was a highlight we showed in the PIP, the two-man Semtex hit. Lucky and Real finding their kills respectively. That opened the round up in a huge way.
Yeah, and again, this is sort of backtracking to a conversation we had during map 1 of like, I don't speak Spanish. I don't know how good the comms are for Miami Heretics, but moments like that tell me it's pretty good. I mean, that's Real just sort of dancing around, gets the intel on the guys by venting, perfectly courting nades and whatnot. So a lot of little plays like this for Miami certainly are going to build up over time and very well executed. And I also don't entirely hate like the B flood call on the attacking rounds. It's not always ideal, but we've seen maybe 2 or 3 of them this year where the teams on the defensive end just sort of like chocolate, and after they get a couple kills, think you're gonna start working the A zone, and if they ever like take that pressure off for a moment, the door can open for you to actually get it. Seattle Surge, though, again, an improved team in control for sure. Miami, though, comfortable 3-2 win in the end. And I gotta say for Vista, though, I think Surge right now still have a perfect record on this map. Hence why I'm still confident we're gonna see a map 5.
At 5, we are very, very, the potential's there. I think we're getting more and more confident that all 15 today could hit. It's only the first series though, folks, so don't go too far. And if you are going far, put it on your phone and listen to it, because it is going to be a long day. We're going to get into the Vista in a moment. Chance, you called it Seattle Surge still a perfect record. Are we giving the kudos, though? Are we giving any sort of love towards the Heretic side here today, given the form? We're seeing how hot they're playing. The comms are obviously good. And also, you're not wrong. You don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. We have no idea how the comms go. But in the final player cam, Vikal absolutely in perfect English definitely dropped a let's go, boys.
Some things are universal in the language front. That actually cracks me up is when like you can hear those still slip through in English, or when they were playing with Purge just maybe 2 weeks ago it was, where it's still like the cursing. Always in English.
Always in
Such a
English.
good word.
It's such an ugly language to curse in. It's just so fun. Well, Heretics, they'll be cursing, I mean, I suppose right now only the map loss they've got in this series, because so far it's pretty clean. That search and destroy that might be stinging them if we do get towards this game 5. If they can upset the stats and win a Vista, that's where things go crazy for them. 5-0 though is not going to be an easy thing to get through. First in hold, first in break, Seattle Surge. This should be yours.
And who needs to rotate if your break percentage is that good as well? So again, perfect record on this map for good reasons. I mean, Seattle Surge is just a team of sledgehammers effectively on this map as well. And we talk about sort of the different paces that the players bring, different strengths on different hills. Like Brezzy and Mbuzo, when it's rotating to the P3 and P4, you want them to be posted up, ironed in the back, playing with iron boots. And pretty much every other hill, you appreciate the lethal threat that you have of 04 and Hoop. So Miami can get this done, but they definitely have their work cut out for them, especially as the opening break goes exactly towards Seattle.
Oh yeah, we're following the script right here, folks. This is a delightful opener from Seattle Surge. Lethal and efficient, not only in time, but in the kills production as well. 04 right back in towards the second set of attack here from Miami Heretics, and this time round a little bit more than we saw in the first go. We're closer to the hard point. Can they get the kills? Yes. Lucky and Vikal find theirs, and that's going to be some moment now for Miami.
Oh, a nice little section of trades there as well. So Brezzy makes a dent, but now maybe it's going to be 04's turn. Real looking for the trade. 04 reads it, opens up the front door for the team, and Vikal can't give you 2. So Seattle able to strike right back, get towards that time. On the rotation, though, Heretics are going to be at the new hill first, and a big win to cut off the middle of the map. So I mean, maybe a little bit more comfortable as P2 pops.
Yeah, Brezzy keeping the spree going. 5-2 from him. Nice opener here. For Seattle Surge, as expected. Over to P2. Can Hoop win this against Metals? He can. That is sensational on the rotation. The battle continuing, though, is Lucky and Real. They're going to fortify the new hard point as the time now goes their way. Real dancing around. Abuza reads it, deals with it. Hook still alive and kicking on P2. Vikal's shenanigans are put to bed, and that is that. Once again, another 2-piece from 04.
Yeah, well, 04 gets the 2-piece as well, but Hook on like 2 different lives, giving you the entry kills on this hill. So if you're the guy playing on time, it's basically a 50-50. When the hill gets contested, you're guessing, am I getting shot from the left or the right? And if you don't guess right, you get punished. So Hook gonna punish you twice, and admittedly, still a fairly 50-50 hill, so all's well that ends well. And I think Heretics will get the final few seconds, except maybe not. Lucky's gonna have to work for it. However, on the rotation, Brezzy, number 8 on the minimap, posted up, big chillin', ready for that new time to pop.
we are looking for someone to have one of those wild Herculean moments, which happens plenty on this map, it feels like. And that's not going to be it for Metals. Unfortunate. Lovely work there on the trade from Vehicle. Brezzy is done and down. The snap not there. Who keeps the hard point safe over to Lucky as the Heretics endless flood towards the point, and it's back in their hands.
Yeah, and they're going to get it too. That's the break you need to get the spawns, and that is a big moment. That could have been where Surge runs away with this game if they lock down the P3, P4, but now how the tides turn, Miami had the opportunity to do the same, and just like the Rio, the kills are flowing their direction. Just got to make sure you execute off of it. So far, so good. Shooting Hook out of the sky, and final 10 seconds going to be nice and secure. And there were no route men coming in from Seattle. No one was able to sneak their way through and get towards back piano. And instead, it's just the sledgehammer approach. They quad hit old. They're looking to get these spawns.
They're really hitting this hard point. Holding on towards the rotation as well. Metals wins another big one at range. Hook saying down and out. And that is going to be, again, another Heretics hardpoint charge. They're holding it, baby.
Yeah, as good as it gets as well. Catching players sprinting because they're getting active. So Heretics also not a team that is going to shy away from setting pace. Vehicle, nice little side chow. Nice snap as well. Man is ready for every single gunfight. 16 kills already. Veagle's a man on a mission. He wants that winner's bracket spot. He wants champs.
He wants it. There's going to be the streaks as well. And the last man in for the trade does get it. An open up point for a second. Hook's going to find some time. But you are starting to feel it. If you're the Heretics, Vehicle leading the charge there at that 17 and 8.
Still though, you got to keep in mind, right? You have Vehicle popping off like this, and it's a nice lead to have, but 40 seconds is certainly not insurmountable, and Surge is going to be a team consistently keeping up the pressure, but that's a beautiful rotation win. You don't even have to invest the theory of the cruise missile there from Vehicle. And now he's getting the cutoff kills potentially as well. Brezzy, though, again, the pace is just different. You think he's going to be running at you. Man's posted. Surge, instantaneous break. Vehicle trying to strike right back.
And that's the stats hitting hard there. First in break percentage. With plays like that, easily done. Bye-bye Brezzy. Bye-bye Real as well. What a big old cruise that was. Unfortunately caught in the blast radius. Over towards Lucky now. Can he help out? No need. Mel's is F for it. Another good break there from the Heretics. They're back in control.
Yeah, Heretics, though, did not read those spawns. They were spinning in circles, trying to guess where Surge is going to be coming from, but no guesswork anymore. Everybody through mid. Lucky gives you the big two-piece and sets up Metals for number 3. This was an absolute bloodbath of a bridge hill. For Heretics, really, I mean, this is just going to be a question of endurance. Can they keep this pace up?
Yeah, but it's really tough. I mean, Vico's getting a little bit lucky with a nice few plays flying past him, things like that, but the gun skill is absolutely there. Red hot in the performance department right now at the Miami Heretics. Okay, folks, back over to P1 we go, and lo and behold, a big lead here for Miami. They're starting to push it forward. Real can't find any more out of it. Trade's done. Heretics down.
Yeah, I mean, we got Lucky out here making plays, but that is beautiful teamwork from 04 and Abuza as well. 50-50 moment. Looking for the break is Seattle. And Hook and Abuza are just buying enough time for the reinforcements to get there and eventually overwhelming. Nice job done there in that moment. They certainly had to work for it. Heretics are keeping the pace up to be sure, but again, marathon, not a sprint.
Marathon, not a sprint, and you're seeing the gameplay pretty wild and pretty hectic, and I would expect the comms of the Heretics to be exactly the same.
Matan ya de cara. Van a ir por medio ATM, van a ir por medio, van a cortar.
A lo mejor la ruta sí, no podemos, ahora.
Escucha, el pin que hace súper lejos, ¿no? Puente, son dos puentes, sí, son dos puentes.
No puedo, bro. Hay uno abajo, uno helado, uno punto y uno pasarela.
Denis abusa conmigo. Me voy a abrir. Denis abajo, va on size, cuidado. Espera, por favor. Espera, que me
pongo contigo, entonces bloque, Javi, bloque.
Me sale a la vuelta, super weak,
Le apuntamos.
abusa P1, abusa P1.
Está muerto,
Sale, hacen burger.
No, medio arriba.
Vale, muerto,
Heavy
también. Sigue.
Salgo en medio,
Me mata de cara abajo, muerto un punto.
Tengo de cara abajo.
Abajo es quítale.
¿Te puedo meter?
Tengo dos abajo. Ve al medio.
Tiene una bala,
Otro arriba. Es el último, está super weak, Lucky.
No, son dos.
Está super weak. Abusa tocadísimo en punto. Ya piña.
Sí, deberíamos ir.
Ahí no me da, hay una TM, creo.
Muerto
anterior.
No, ahí está por medio.
fallado.
Nice, nice, nice.
Vale, estoy pinchando.
No, no, no,
Es bloquearse. No, curva weak.
Ya
Va,
tenemos a
está
siete.
ese uno abajo, para pilares o 4. Tú.
Pilares para todos.
Esos dos pilares.
Pilares
Sigo,
4,
dale,
fondo
dale,
palmera, fondo palmera.
Sí, oye, la anterior va a cortar.
No está info cruzar ya.
Tengo uno P1.
Son dos en backstage.
Agusta y Paul, ¿vale? Tengo uno P1.
No están Denis, no están Denis. Te subo la TM. Me tocadísimo. Otro más, medio, bonsai.
Va, bonsai ya. Está fechado en medio.
Un tiro literal.
Lo de
Muerto. No hacen otro abajo, no hacen
Está
abajo.
abajo el puente.
Aguanta, medio otra vez, tío. Está esperando en bonsais. Y el cara de Petri puede hacer por fuera, default. Va para la piña, cuidado. Está caracol close, flanqueando a la izquierda. Vale. Vamos a hacer algo juntos, que estamos yendo una hora.
Abajo de arte, Hugh.
Es un abajo arte y el punto. Vale, he pegado piña.
Toma, back.
Yo tengo escalera de Petri y punto, chavales.
No lo veo, es punto,
Punto tiene que estar barras. Y no hacen detrás, puente, P1 ya. Es 4 y abajo arte.
Mátale, caracol, otra acción, cuidado. Y se da para abajo, parte para el fondo,
Vale, mira,
Mira hasta el fondo.
Punto, me mata. Están pilares.
Fondo ya se me cuela, Chema, cuidado, palmera.
Muerto, salimos bien.
It's another cursed listening in the series. Well, we go in with the team in the lead, and when we come out, well, they're at the other end of it.
That is what I'm saying, man. Marathon, not a sprint. The pressure of Seattle, overwhelming. So much so that you even had the back spawns, but you might have just lost it. Interesting timing there from 04, but still gets the kill, gets the read as well. Vehicle one shot and cleaned up. Surge, I mean, they were down 150 to 110. They've just gone on a massive run on the two big money hills.
Yeah, massive. They're still holding it. Brezzy loaded 6 string on his back. He was wanted dead or alive. Will he be found here? The last man on the point. It's a 1v1. Real waiting for it, and that's a big win from Brezzy. Hard points still in the hands of Surge. 15 go their way.
And the timing's always awkward. Real maybe could have been quick and had a chance for the 1v1, but the timing is always so difficult to calibrate. Just like playing Surges on this map, a perfect 5-0 record, 50 points away from extending it to 6. Entry kills rolling through, but Surge come out on top. 04 just doing tricks as well. Make a montage, why don't you? 3 spree and a 360, looking for some extra cutoff kills.
Unreal. Well, game 5, we can smell it. It's so close. Speaking of close, there it is. Brezzy closes over the finish line towards the cruise. That's going to be one for him. Metal's 2-piece might not amount to a whole lot. So that missile could be here any moment now. Express delivery from Real for the 2-piece. Instantly shut down. Here comes the cruise.
Well, how big of a boom is this actually going to be able to make? Well, Metals will see you later on the next life. 2 kills get traded, though, so Heretics maybe enough to hold on.
Oh, we're trying. Lucky down. Real. Nice angle. Brezzy with a hit point advantage manages to win it. A couple of shots was all he needed. That's a boozer once again with another ridiculous peel. Vehicle 35 and 27. Battling to keep his boys in it. First time we hit this checkpoint of P1, things looked very different for the Heretics. Now they are on life support.
And Real just trying to figure out what direction he actually wants to look. Well, here's another pinch. There's one cleanup kill, but in a moment where he has to give you 2 and does a little bit of damage, maybe enough pressure just to buy Heretics a little bit of time. You see another contest rolling through, but easy reads from Brezzy in 04. Seattle Surge, they are simply just built different on this map. My word.
Vista belongs to Seattle Surge once again. The final hold and the last dash of the Heretics to desperately try to break this one open. Lucky will be in there next. The final 10. If Brezzy finds this kill, it is all done. We might be looking at a second or 2 more, but the Heretics have got the break in there, but it might not be enough chance again. A sensational bit of work from Seattle Surge here. Stats did not lie.
It also just feels like a map where Surge are like pretty consistently in the right spot. Like they always just have the left side spawns for P3 and P4. Like the first go around, Miami were able to break it. It took them like 20 or 30 seconds, but it just goes such a long way. I will say though, that is a clean 4 down in a big moment. If you can hold this P2, you do have the left side spawns as well. So maybe we're singing their praises a little bit too soon.
Yeah, it might be premature or it might be one more break. Here we go. Metals 4, 5. Looking for 6. Can he get it? Oh, it's another 3. Last man. Ow!
Okay, hold on.
This game ain't over yet, boys and girls. Here it comes.
I love it too. The instant cruise missile as well to keep him hitting back. So this is going to be a guaranteed at least 1 kill. Players trying to split up, but there's a boost of the most aggressive player pushed back. And I mean, frankly, do they get the tick? It's going to be close. So Surge are going to have to flood and maybe contest at least 1 second towards the old time on top of rotating. Heretics, the opportunity's here.
Here we go. Deal with the attack. Abuza breaks through. One more kill's what they need. Real trying to keep the hard point safe. Can't get it done. The dive. Brezzy with a win. Vical. The contest. No, that's game.
No, it's not. It's the rotation. Here we go.
Oh! Another hard point for Heretics. It's not over yet. The wave of kills keeps soaring through. 5 seconds for the win. Lucky. Keep the kills going. Open hard point. Brezzy wins it. Brezzy finally win the game. Oh, game 5. It has never looked so good.
Oh my God, yeah, have fun breaking that one down on every single watch party we got. That is a bonkers end. Heretics, I mean, look, man, a marathon, not a sprint, I guess. They did just enough to force it to the final 2 seconds. Surge maybe just built different on this map.
Cool game.
I don't know where to start. I know where it ended. I can't believe there was enough pressure on P2 for Surge to even create the opportunity to buy that rotation at all. I mean, I don't even know. Credit to whoever you want to give it to. That is just a ridiculous vista. One of the most competitive we've had all year.
Bro, I called game. I was like, we're done here. Ain't no way. Seattle Surge records are made to be broken, just not today. First in holds, first in breaks, first in driving the fans wild. Heretics, your advantage in the series is dissipated. It is a single showdown now on a Karachi search and destroy to decide, oh man, the run towards winners bracket, the run towards champs. Last minute moment there from the Heretics just sealed away. Seattle Surge breaking hearts here today.
And that's exhausting as well. I mean, you were down 170 to 145. Seattle Surge kept like running that lead up, and they just fought tooth and nail. I mean, a full 60 on P2 is like almost unheard of. That is incredibly impressive work, and they won the rotation as well to make that opportunity to lose in somewhat a devastating fashion. But again, that means your stress levels at an all-time high. Your adrenaline is pumping as well. So maybe not how we wrote it down, or maybe that's exactly what was in the script, but we knew it was going to a game 5 between these 2 teams. And again, you saw the pop-up. 165, 170 is that magic number. It's not a guarantee. We still have to play out the major, but 170 should be enough to get you to champs. Whoever wins this one, overwhelming likelihood they get there, and they get winners bracket at the major as well. So much on the line in the game 5.
Incredibly point game 5 on the other side of this break. We'll compose ourselves and try and call the right things. How about that one, folks? Wow, what a series it's been. Miami Heretics, Seattle Surge start off this freaky Friday with a couple of bangers, and now one more. A game 5, Karachi, search and destroy. A lot on the line after the break.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Champs Tracer Pack is available now. The bundle includes the Reaper Operator skin, Ripper Weapon Blueprint, Death Stare Weapon Blueprint, Cuts Deep Charm, 2 calling cards, 2 emblems, and 2 weapon stickers. Use these items in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. Available in store now using Call of Duty points.
Game 5, boys and girls, this is a really, really big one for both our teams who have fought tooth and nail, quite frankly, not just to get here, but to get to this moment in the standings, to get to this moment in their careers, to get to this moment in what has been difficult seasons for both of them. Miami Heretics, Seattle Surge. One last bite of this orange. They peel towards champs chance. Karachi S&D has not looked beautiful for either team, but we're going to find out who walks away with a dub here, and a lot on the line again.
Well, and keep in mind, these are also two teams that have shown a great deal of improvement over the course of the year, right? Obviously, roster changes for both have made an impact. Real has been fantastic. A 1.64 KD in map 5s is absurd. And obviously, well, for Surge, roster changes, they have improved as well. So 5th and 6th team right now, getting after it. You appreciate what you've seen, and I'll say it again for Surge, the record on this map might just be a little bit fake. Abuza strikes for the first blood. Miami have been lethal on Karachi. In Surge, we haven't seen it too often from them on this map, but last time they played, at least with this roster, they did look good.
There's no way Surge let this bomb go down at B. The 3 guns up. Hook saw the cross. Something left his hand. And there's the explosion. Pushes Vehicle back for a moment. Metals though. Oh, he's been red, and now he's dead. 0-4. It's made this round impossible for the Heretics. Vehicle. Okay. How impossible is it?
No one's cutting off the map just yet. Well, Brezzy is getting ready to do so, so he can actually see down the lane to see if he actually goes over towards A. So, Vehicle, not much you can do. I think he was praying for someone to catch him climbing up the ladder, but Surge aren't going to give him anything to work with.
No. And they stay on their side of the street, which is just enough to cause the tiniest seed of doubt in Vehicle's attack there. Checks left, no good. They were all on the right-hand side. Beautiful work there early on from Surge. First round is theirs.
And we get to see if the S&D grinding for Hook 04 pays off as well. Obviously, it's Abuza who gets the first blood in that round. Brezzy wins his sort of gunfight as Real's trying to get active on the opposite side of the map. So the 2 AR players for Surge deliver on defense. Maybe on the attacking rounds, the opportunity for Hook 04 to try to make a play. But again, the only time we've seen Seattle Surge with this roster on this map, that duo was getting absolutely active. So you got to be very careful. You see 04 working mid, Hook leading the charge over towards B.
News for Seattle Trophy Systems alongside the smoke. Oh dear, that trophy did not go where it wanted to, and that's why he gets stunned. Does work in the end. Just over a minute to go, and the play is definitely on here. Heretics, you know where Surge are going to be, but can you account for 04 in the middle of the map?
And this is just a weird battle between him and Real. I mean, Real, again, the island player on offense and defense. Could be the type of gunfight that really sets the tone. And you see if Metals is wrapping back, they've sort of like given up the pressure over towards B, but maybe the call for Heretics getting back and forth, and they get it perfect. Brezzy, maybe his boot a little bit too big, dies with the bomb in hand. Surge, work cut out for him now.
04 leaves the middle of the map. Now trying to make the high ground. Seattle's less than 30 seconds to go. 04 is going to get one of these or none of these. Heretics hold it all together in the B Street defense. Last man to go down was Hook. The equalizer found.
And nice job by me, too. You see 04 actually made the perfect read. Knew Lucky was going to be playing over by sandbags. Had his teammate trying to back the player that was top satellite down, but Vehicle just in prime position to catch both of them off. So super heads-up gameplay there for Miami. And more importantly, just able to get the first blood, catching Brezzy. And maybe honestly a little unfortunate that the trophy sort of bonked off the back of his head. Might have stopped the push in its tracks to begin with. Couldn't get it down off the smoke.
It could have let him possibly get the bomb down, you never know. Regardless to that, Vehicle at the 3-1, it's a 2 spree with the bomb now in hand, and it looks like we might be going towards the middle of the map, a little bit of love towards B, bit of love towards A. We'll see how the kills fall. Mel's once again, middle of the map, a lot of presence. There's Real. Upside of the monster fountain. Nobody home yet.
And I know those doors are open, but Brezzy is playing super passive over towards A. So Surge, I think, have no idea that Real is here.
Nah, he was looking for Hook in the usual spots. He's not going to be able to see him from here. Abuza, check this, that you're in peril. Wow, nice work, Real. The Rival 9, perfect place to be. 45 on the clock.
And if you didn't know before, you certainly do now. Question is, how good is Hook's hiding spot? maybe just too good. They don't even want to deal with bridge. Heretics, they are very concerned about these flanks rolling through. But they got eyes on Hook now. That's the play to make the call, but he has the rival 9, so he wins it against Lucky. So the weirdness of a rival player playing over by bridge maybe pays off. 0-4 with the MCW. It's a 2v2 with 20 seconds left, and they haven't planted yet.
Hook was the info man there. He wanted to stay alive at close range, and he does. Vehicle hurt. The second nade. Oh, it doesn't finish him off. He's still alive. The bullets from Brizzy will, though. Last man, Metals, with the bomb planted. Can he stay alive here? It's going to be a perfect attack from 0-4. No cover to work with whatsoever from Metals there. He did not account for the man in the middle of the map.
Beautiful work by the man in the middle of the map as well. Brezzy making plays, great nade coordination. Maybe not enough to get the kill off the explosive, but I don't think Vehicle was ever able to actually heal. So Brezzy gets that clean wipe, and the Metals in a 1v2. Just perfect positioning there out of the Seattle players. So that's a big moment. That was a first blood on the attacking round there for Miami. Real was in prime position to get it, but just the plays being made after the fact. Great gunfight wins coming through there for Seattle. Tip it to Hook as well. Again, just that rival 9 on the bridge. Little awkward, little different, but a great look there for Surge.
Hey, good looks again. And don't forget 0-4's double-digit performance on Invasion. He's carrying across just a little bit there. Abuza does get some hit markers, so a little bit of info passed over, but a lovely attack towards the A side of the map. And Real, at the front of the bus, is not going to see any of these Seattle boys behind him. Hold the line, hold his nerve, check the bomb. Oh, this is lovely work. A smoke of his own, no stun. As 0-4 has managed to escape relatively undetected.
And I think they know 0-4 got through. Metals and Real sort of a little crossfire going. 0-4 though, he's the playmaker map too. He can be the guy to break this one down.
Real's position here once again, very handy dandy indeed, but 0-4. Oh, he's found him. It's the first. And his boys get forward. Metals, patience pays off. But Abuza wins the gunfight now. Bomb recovered, bomb planted. Vehicle wins his. It's a 2v1.
He's a clutch player, has some of the most clutches, but they got the intel on the cross. Lucky and Vehicle trapping him in.
Have to win this. Vehicle starts what he finished. A bomb will be defused as well as we go 2-2.
Dude, nice round. That's an intense one too. Abuza absolutely has clutch potential. 0-4 does his job, gives it the extra, gets the kill traded out, but Brezzy loses that one-on-one gunfight, and it was the Vehicle with just the reaction time able to get it done. That was the difference maker in the round, at least on the latter half. So Vehicle on point, and Real as well, making plays on defense. I saw as soon as the smokes were out, Real, you could see in the player cam, calming like crazy, making sure he gets a little bit of help. So Miami deal with sort of the aggressive push coming out over towards B, and those are always the important ones to shut down. Surge might have to be a bit more standard.
Being a standard, it looks like we're going back to B. You dodge the usuals, you find a trophy. And again, in this patch, the trophies only takes 2 projectiles before it's out of action, so and that's intel in itself. Surge, ants in their pants, and Real spanks them.
Yeah, wonderful first blood. No trades to be found either, and it forces Surge to respond. So you lose a gunfight over towards A. You're worried about that pressure. Hook just flies through the middle of the map. Brezzy gets caught. Everybody on Surge getting active, and Hook just trying to disappear like a ghost in the night, but right into the L trigger of Lucky. And now a 1v3 for Abuza. I don't know if he can cook anything up here.
It's a very, very tall order. And the kitchen might be closed this late into the round as well. He has seen nothing. He's been given nothing. And it will all be taken from him. Heretics take the lead.
Yep, in Real again. We saw his KD in the Map 5's a 1.62 or 1.68, but a 1.6 plus is completely godlike. Cheeky little angle for the first blood, catches 0-4, and you shut that man down at the start of a round in S&D. You're already feeling great about your chances, and Heretics execute perfectly after the fact. So we talk about how Surge might have to keep things standard on the attacking rounds. Well, Heretics, they can play with a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of mixiness, and they throw a brand new look on point there. Surge now almost forced to respond on an attacking round, and through the middle of the map they go.
Who's going to be able to break the chain, seeing our teams go back and forth. Vikil, oh god, man.
no.
Look to your left. He's already gone down the side. There might work.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. He's gone. Vikil, this is going to bite so bad in a minute.
That's Hook with bomb, too. Top green, of all places.
Hook's just responding to the call out right now. Vikil's a dead man. Oh, no, he's not. Maybe. We'll find out. Ugly bit of gunfire here just behind him. 04. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Hook is moving. And Vikil has somehow walked away from that situation.
Yeah, and that's bomb down, too. Hook just leaves the bomb in the worst positions possible. And leaves a Booza to die as well. Wow, great round for Miami. It worked out, even though Vikil did not turn his head slightly to the left. That's the Hook special, though. He just does the unexpected.
8 and 3 there for Vikil as well. Those kills, we're talking a fraction of a second to put Vikil in this position. And then again for Hook, massive damage. He gets spotted on the drop. And Vikil closes out the round as well. Oh my heretics. A 2-round advantage now in game 5.
And again, a question of like who wants it more, right? This is for winners bracket, potentially just a spot at champs as well. You should get that magic number. And Vikil, the last 2 maps, has been popping off. And another push. They're leaving the bomb here, but that's because they got 2 players stacked up over towards A, so they might be swinging the bomb this direction. Brezzy's been the lone defender of this site pretty consistently. And he's just going to be playing top balcony, so he's only going to be able to see these players on the cross. This will be difficult for Brezzy to get a kill.
We like it difficult here in the CDL. Whether it's the other teams making it difficult for each other or we make it hard for ourselves. Someone is about to walk into a whole host of trouble. The Heretics, shoulder to shoulder. Vikil finds himself another. That's 4 in a row now here. Lucky gets his chance. We're looking at match point.
Oh, yeah. Hook, though, at least going to repositions. He might be slightly worried about the flank here, so that might be Lucky's job. But with smokes out, you know, with Hook, you know, going to be looking for a one-way to go home, and he catches it. Maybe sets up a boost. If you can get this trade quick enough, then you just guess where Lucky's going to be. But they've grouped up together. Going to have to win the 2 gunfights. There's number 1. One of the most clutch players in the league. Can he get it done against Metals?
Metals slows right down. Pumps the brakes! That's it! Metals puts the Miami Heretics on match point. Nabuza yet to be able to get one of his signature clutches here in the Search and Destroy.
And just the slide and the timing. Yeah, Metals too clean with it. Him and Lucky, that is the beauty of at least getting grouped up together. It might get weird, but you're still there for the trades. At least you had him trapped. Heretics, beautiful play call as well. Brezzy has been isolated. They find him top balcony once again. I know we saw it from 04's perspective in the middle of the map, but Brezzy just got overwhelmed.
Oh boy, Surge. That Search and Destroy is looking a little shaky now when they need it the most. E-bomb site will be the site of choice here for Surge. No bloods yet.
This can be tense too, because Real, he's been decent on the playmaking front. Opportunity maybe to get behind enemy lines once again. It's Hook that's roaming around red and maybe waiting to catch just a little bit of intel. Well, there's the intel. Vikil gonna spot them all out in through the smoke, and he's at least behind enemy lines. Should get a free kill, and there it is. He got the man advantage.
That is a nightmarish scenario, and then another smoke appears. 04 though! Perfect read. He doesn't. Anyone's going to be on the bomb, and they're not. Makes it a 3v2 now for Surge.
Look at that timing. Abuza, Iron Boots, Metals on the hunt. Abuza gets caught all up to 04. Last man standing, and Metals has him tagged. The time is on his side, but the numbers are not. Heretics slamming him, shutting him down, and getting it done on Karachi. Welcome to winners bracket and potentially champs as well. Miami, the late half-stage resurgence absolutely is him.
Well, I think the boys were answering the call there from the winners bracket. Hello, yeah, that's us. We love it. And for Surge, commiserations. They know that one stung more than others. And what a good series it was from them as well. We saw some absolute nuttiness. The Heretics in the end. I'm giving that last round to Vehicle, man. On the other side of that smoke, you managed to sneak on through.